Hello, hello. I am live. Isn't that awesome? Here I am, Bay Lady. Couple minutes early, so I don't want to get started too early here. Still kind of setting up everything. All is well here. Hope all is well with you and your world as too. So I have a new toy here, a new gimbal, my original gimbal that I've used ever since I was a virtual guide. It just kind of crapped out on me. Didn't want to take a charge anymore. Well, I guess it was tired, so I laid it to rest and got a new one, which is pretty cool here. Hey, uh, okay, hang on one second, folks. I having just a little bit of an issue here, which I will explain in a bit. Oops, sorry, the camera's everywhere. I know. There. Okay. Here, you can just kind of lay yourself in there. Okay. All right, that's better. Oops, now I've lost myself here. Where am I? There I am. Okay, is it noon yet? Oop, yeah, it is. All right, so let's get rocking here. So, all right, hi. Day lady here. Sharon Schultz is my name. I have been a virtual guide since COVID, and I enjoy showing off Maryland, which is a beautiful state centered around a bay that cuts it in half, one of the largest estuaries around, I'm told. So that's kind of interesting. Um, right now, I am doing my Wednesday tour. This is like you'll never know when you catch up with me. Hey, Sarah, and thank you. Yeah, today's my birthday. Yeah, and I'm doing what I love doing for my birthday. Can't get better than that, right? So anyway, if you would like to follow me, you'll find me on social media. You'll find me on Facebook and YouTube and also Twitch and X. I'm broadcasting today. Oh, oh my goodness, I just got a message from Paul McCartney on my screen. Holy cow. He says, "Today it's your birthday." How cool is that? Anyway, um, anyway, it kind of threw me a little bit there. Okay, so you can follow me on any of those platforms. Just look for the Bay Lady. Also, all of my tours are free, and I support them with tips. So if you could support me, that would be great. If you would go to buymeacoffee.com, you'll find my link on my social media pages, and tips are accepted. And I love coffee. So anyway, so something a little bit new today. I was away on vacation out of the country. And when I came back, I decided I wanted a dog. Hey, Fran. I had dogs before and had them forever, and they passed away, and I missed them horribly. So, anyway, so this is what we've got right here. Oh no, it's starting to rain. This little dog here in my pouch, and it's starting to rain, and I have to go find an umbrella now. Okay, well, that's all right. What I want to do is turn the camera around. You can see the bay behind me, right? But I am at a place, a park, actually. It's called Fort Armistead. And I've been here before, actually. But Fort Armistead was built around the Spanish American War, late 1800s, early 1900s, as one of several defenses here. I need to turn the camera around and walk back to my car to get an umbrella. Let's see, camera. Get up here. Camera facing front. Just bear with me a sec while I turn this thing around. Camera 2 facing back. Camera. Goodbye. Okay. Oops. need to, there we are. Okay, all right, there we are back. I just need to grab a quick umbrella. So anyway, this is Fort Armistead Park, named after General Armistead, who was instrumental during the War of 1812 here in Baltimore. The reason I brought you here is for this. This new gimbal's nice, but I have to get used to it. This is why I'm here. What you see is what is left of the Key Bridge. That is the Francis Scott Key Bridge, the one that a tanker ship, cargo ship, took out, took it down. People were killed, the people working on the bridge at the time. And it's been over a year now, happened last summer-ish. And so now we are, faced with repairs, and it looks like they started. I am very pleasantly surprised to see that equipment over there, because last time I was here, it wasn't bad. So we're going to take a walk down there so you can see closer here. And what we're going to do is drop my little doggie here off at the car, because she's not quite appreciating this as much as I thought she would. She's new. I just adopted her from the animal shelter, actually. And she's been a little joy so far. So, all right, open door. All right, dog, depart. Out you go. You want to get out of the pouch? There we are. Out she goes. Whoop. Hold on. You're still connected. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, darling. Hold on. All right, hold on. You want to get this bag off you. There you go. All right, come on. There you go, sweetie. You need me to help you get up? Ugh. Oh, nope, you got it. All right, no, you're staying in the car now, love. Yes, you are. I'm going to crack the windows and grab my umbrella here. All right, so just bear with me one sec. Crack my windows a little bit. I hope you guys are having fun, enjoying my technical issues, right? Anywho, yeah, man. All right, so, right, crack windows for dog. Crack that one. Crack that one. I think that's probably good. Let me get my umbrella here, because we don't want the phone and the camera getting wet. No, we do not. You better be a good little girl. No yippee barking there, Rosie. You hear me, Rose? Yeah. Let's see, little Rose here. Oh, what is this turn when I don't want it to? Oh, you got to come back around this way. Now it's showing me, right? Dude, look at you. 360. Isn't that very cool? Or not? There she is. Little Rosie. Rosie's a Pomeranian. Her name's Rosie. She came named as Harlow. She had been turned in by her owners who were moving. So her name was Harlow, but my husband didn't like that too much. So we changed it to Harlow Rose, because all the papers are Harlow. And okay, let's see that and that. We changed it to Harlow Rose so that we could keep her original name, but also have a better name for her. So that is what we did. All right, baby girl. Lock my baby up. So anyway, interestingly, she had just been turned in by her owners who were moving, and I had been surfing the animal rescue places, the ASPCA and the local pound, and that's where actually I found her, was the local pound. And she came with a cat. Cat's name is Susie. So I ended up with a dog and a cat. So here, this is the boat launch. My husband's come and I have come down here before and used this boat launch because it's the closest one to get to the inner harbor, public ramp closest, for the city. So, and what you're looking at over here, where it's just industrial stuff. There's a power plant over there, and all kinds of industrious things that probably are polluting us. But hey, yeah, little Rosie is definitely a little cute. She's 6 years old. She's well behaved. She doesn't like water. And that is so crazy because I'm so much about the water, but she doesn't like getting her feet wet. She does not like water. So so I put her in that little carrying pouch, but that was her first time in there, so I think she was a little unsure. Anywho, so we've got now Rosie and Susie. Oh, and Susie thinks she's a dog, and Rosie thinks she's a cat. And I get up in the morning, let the dog out. Well, cat goes out and comes back too. She prefers that to the litter box, and I have no issues with that whatsoever. But hey, I'm supposed to be talking about Baltimore. Okay. Right now, I know you can't see very well, but you're looking across this is the Patapsco River. This is the river that rolls into the city, into the harbor. We are one of the busiest harbors in the country, second biggest harbor importing new cars. We are also, no, we are no, that was wrong. We are the biggest importer of new cars in the country and farm equipment as well. So we are very industrious here in Baltimore. Always have been, really. So you're looking, speaking of industry, you're looking across the river at Sparrows Point. We had a steel factory there for generations, boy. We built ships. Like in the 1700s, Baltimore was building its own ships. And so that's where all the steel mill was. You can see some of the cranes and stuff sticking up over there. But yeah, it's closed now. We don't have that anymore. Bethlehem Steel, when it shut down, boy, was that ever a blow to Baltimore's economy? Incredible. Look, I can almost get you under the bridge. You won't get any closer than this. I haven't been able to get any closer than this. So, but let's see what we got out here. We have a big old, some kind of construction ship. The last thing they did recently, last bit of work I knew about was when they cleared the channel, the rest of the debris. Um, Most of the debris was between that center support that you see on the other side of the crane and the end of the bridge here. The vehicles that went down in the water went down in the center. And of course, that's, where it's incredibly deep, right? So I think we're going to stand under this tree. I have my umbrella, but I haven't put it up yet. Want to see where we've been? We just kind of walked around the little path here. Usually there's a lot of fishermen down here. Not so much today, though. Interesting. So we're going to stand under the tree. I still haven't put my umbrella up. It's not thundering or lightning, so I'm good right here. And now you can see, here's the bridge, the beautiful Key Bridge. I am so glad to see that that there's construction going on, that they're out there working on it, because the problem is it's been over a year, but this is our beltway. Okay, this is the beltway. And think of, okay, New York City, right? Long Island Expressway. the Belt Parkway goes around Brooklyn, right? That's a very, very, very busy road, right? Well, this is our Belt Parkway, or it was. Now you can't get to the other side like that. You have to go through the tunnel or, a roundabout way up I-95. Either way, you're, you're not going, it's not just a hop, skip, and a jump across the bridge like it once was. I've traveled that bridge many, many, many times for sure. Got some nice places on the other side. I used to go to parks and beaches and things like that, what have you. So yeah, definitely an inconvenience, right? And so when the accident happened, um, that administration at the time, that president had promised Maryland that they would rebuild the bridge, that the government would supply the funding, and that they would get on it like post haste. Well, then that administration left, and so now there's a new administration, and some of the first things they did was not honor any promises made from the previous administration. So that was first thing. And then our governor here got into a pissing contest with our president. And so he threatened to withhold funds for our bridge here. That's why I was surprised to see that equipment out there. Of course, I can't help but note nothing's moving. And this is a weekday, lunchtime. Okay, let's see if anything happens in a few. And then with all the budget cuts and all the closures and stuff around the government, we were Maryland, the amount of money that it's going to cost to build a new bridge. It's not repairing this one; it's building a new bridge. Is too much. So I thought we were making a lot of money from tariffs, but I guess not enough to help Baltimore and its citizens get back to their normal lives. This has hurt the economy too. People have to drive around to get to the other side of the harbor instead of going across on this gorgeous scenic bridge, right? And so it's hurting companies economically. Again, more mileage to get to the same place, and more mileage translates to more gas, right? So you have more overhead. Once this bridge is finally, restored, boy, people are going to be so happy. It's going to be probably the most used bridge on the planet once it gets opened again. But the whole thing was very, very tragic, for sure. Now, what you're looking at here is under the bridge there. That's the way into Baltimore's harbor. Looking out this way, okay, this is the Patapsco River, and this links out into the Chesapeake Bay, okay? And then the Chesapeake Bay joins up with the Atlantic Ocean, okay? So by the time you get to Baltimore Harbor, you're inland 200 miles, right? We are 200 miles inland from the Atlantic Ocean. And that is so crazy because no other seaport is like that. And we're a very successful, booming seaport too. So it's pretty amazing, actually, if you think about it. A little bit of history. Baltimore was incorporated in like 1729. And then it was a shipping port. It had been discovered by Captain John Smith who it was Pocahontas's man, right? He was an explorer. He founded Jamestown in Virginia, and he was out exploring and found the Chesapeake Bay and followed it and came up to the Patapsco River, and it brought him into the inner harbor. And at the time, the inner harbor was like empty. It was, and Federal Hill, which is one of the iconic landmarks of the inner harbor, that was a clay mountain, a mound of clay, a clay cliff. And that is what actually attracted Captain John Smith, who said, wow, this is a great natural harbor. Someday this harbor is going to, you know, be responsible for a lot of commerce coming into this area. And it was true. It was. I'm going back under the tree. It's raining again. I don't mind the rain really, but I don't want my phone to get wet. And my new Gimel here. Yeah, still carrying the umbrella under my arm. Should probably put it up because it's raining a bit harder now. Yes, it is. Another interesting thing here. Oh wow, look at this. These tree roots. Boy, look at this baby. Ignore the beer bottles. You know, I don't know. I really don't get how they do that. You know, this place is closed at night. So how you sneak in here with all these beer bottles? It's beyond me, I'll tell you. Okay, so looking out there across the river is a little island. It's a round little island. The umbrella's going to have to go up. It's a little island. It's called Fort Carroll. Yeah, it's a fort. It had guns on it and everything else. Yes, and it was built about the same time here. Okay, you have to bear with me. I got to open my umbrella. It was built the same time as here as Fort Armistead here, and my umbrella doesn't want to stay open. Are we really going to have these? There we go. All right. Oh, so much better. Look at that. All right. Now let me get my focus back up again. I was talking about Fort Carroll. Also out there, there's a Coast Guard cutter kind of coming by there, headed for the harbor. Or actually, the Coast Guard yard is where he's headed down there, not too far on Cox Creek. There's a few boats out here today, despite the rain, I have to say. Yeah. Anyway, Fort Carroll. It once upon a time was a working fort. Now, of course, it's deserted. This is Fort Armistead on this side, and you can't see it. The fort is like back buried up in the trees. Okay, it's well camouflaged. There are what's interesting, which I've heard and never really seen. There are tunnels, or a tunnel that goes from the island out there from Fort Carroll over to Fort Olmsted, and the troops were able to access the island by using those tunnels. Now, I know that there are tunnels under the fort itself because those I've been in, but if there is a tunnel linking from the fort to the island, then it's long since closed for obvious safety concerns. Wow, it's really raining. So, glad I thought to bring my umbrella. Yes, indeed. So now we're walking along the Patapsco River in the rain, looking at what's left of a bridge. Someday the bridge will rise again. I don't know if they've decided on a design for the new bridge or if it's still up for debate. But again, they're going to take that one down and just build a whole new structure that, is safer. And now, because of how easily the Key Bridge went down, now they're looking at our Bay Bridge, the one that hooks up the eastern shore with the western shore of the state. Beautiful bridge, beautiful suspension bridge, one of the largest suspension bridges, I believe. There's another look at Carol, though you can't see the rain's making everything fog up. Can't really see now, can you? It's still pretty though. Being at the water is always nice. Doesn't matter the weather. No, it doesn't. Oh, I bet my little dog is barking her little head off. Have to go back and see. Don't want to leave her long either. I don't leave animals in the car. However, it's not hot today. That's the other thing. Actually, my legs are, I have on a skirt, so my legs are there and they're getting wet and a little bit chilly. Go figure, right? Oh my goodness me. They got a lot of really interesting paths and stuff through these woods. I've done the fort before, Fort Armistead. It is one of the most graffitied places on the planet. There is not a single space on any of those stone walls that doesn't have graffiti on it. And it's a large fort, too. There's a lot of stone walls up there, for sure. Whoa, boy, look at this. Everybody's gone. Where's all the guys that were hanging out on the pier earlier? Oh, no. They all left. Oh, and there's my little dog. I see her at the window. Interesting. So we're going to go finish this in the car, folks. And here we are back in the car. Ah, all right. Unlock our door. Sorry, I know y'all are seeing weird stuff, but I can't help it. All right. Whoa, get back, little dog. Huh. Okay. Just bear with a minute. I think that I can actually sit this on the chair for a minute. Sorry, I know, not a good view, but I just gotta get my umbrella closed and my door shut. Oh, my umbrella and my door closed. How's that? I have a umbrella. Come on, what the heck? There we go. Ugh. Ugh. Super wet, super wet. Whew. Okay, let's turn this baby around so I can see you. Oh, no, so you can see me, right? Oh, wow. It is so wet. And there I am. Okay, back again. Little worse for the wear. Little wet. I need windshield wipers on my glasses because they're definitely speckled there. And my goodness me. Okay, glasses back on. There we go. A little bit better. So anyway, let's see. Sitting on my keys. All right, and where's the puppy? Look, there's a little puppy right there. Oh, no, not going to work that way. I got to turn it this way. Oh, never mind. Anyway, all right, folks. Well, wow, it's really raining hard. I'm glad you could join me this morning. Hang out with me for my birthday. Yay. Okay. And I guess that's about all I've got. The rain kind of, I hope it stops later. I wanted to go to Ellicott City tonight for dinner, and I had planned on visiting some of my favorite shops along the way. So we will see how that works out. Anyway, yeah, it is a bit atmospheric. I'll go along with that. Yeah. Little Rosie on her throne. I'll tell you what, she really, really likes that seat too. I have to say, she won't ride anywhere else. So there she, hold on, there she is. Look, there's my little darling. Yes, indeed, little Rosie. Oops, whoa! I don't know why it went upside down like that. Anywho, all right. Well, I am going to go. I need to give this little girl some water and get on down the road. I suppose find a drier spot to play. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.